Hi guys, this is Georgia from SC2News bringing you the last part of the interview with Robert Clotworthy, aka Jim Raynor. Enjoy! Who's your... I think... I mean, we pretty much established that it's Kerrigan, but I'm gonna ask anyway. Who's your favorite character in the StarCraft mythos except for Jim Raynor, and maybe except for Kerrigan as well? I don't know.
Well, I think that what Neil has brought to the role of Tychus is something that's completely unique. And I've talked to him at great length about it, and I've also talked to Chris Metzen about it as well. And the character of Tychus initially was not really going to be a major character in this last game. But when Neil came in and did what he did for that character, they honestly went back and rewrote the game because they said this is too good. We need to have this guy as more of a major role in the game. And I know he was very touched by that because I mean that's the ultimate compliment for an actor is we love you so much, we need more of you. Too often we're always told we don't want you. For somebody to say not only do we want you, but we want you a lot is a great compliment. I think what James Harper has brought to the role of Mengsk is amazing. He just completely owns that character, and he gives you so much to hate. I mean, it's as an actor, it's incredibly fun to play a villain because the sky is the limit. There's you can get away with just about anything. I mean, how evil can you be? Well, how evil can you think? I mean, come on. I mean, go for it. And he's super sweet guy in real life and a great talented actor. A graduate of the Juilliard School in New York. I mean, he's incredibly gifted. Also, but another character that I really, really like, and I think is, if it were me, is a character that I think is going to be a much bigger role in the next few games is the character that Brian Bloom plays, which is Matt Horner, is Raynor's second in command. Matt Horner has Brian Bloom has a difficult role to play in that he is kind of he's like the conscience of Jim Raynor in the game. He's the guy that Raynor goes to that tells him the truth and says, get your shit together, pal. We're waiting on you. And oftentimes that character can be pretty one-dimensional. And Brian is a terrific actor in his own right. In fact, he and I did a movie many years ago, a thing called Vampirella. You'd probably kill me for telling you, but it starred Roger Daltrey was like the lead vampire in it. But and he actually wrote the movie The A-Team. I mean, he's a great actor. And I think that his character will play much bigger roles in the next few games because he brings so much to it. So if I were to pick a handful, those would be the first ones that come to mind.
No, that was an answer like a politician, pretty much.
I could have said everybody.
Everybody's awesome.
In fact, I think Metzen plays a role in the game. I can't remember what it is. I know he was the voice of the battle cruiser, like the Russian battle cruiser in the first game. And that gets a roar out of the crowd at the first BlizzCon. Somebody asked him, "What roles did you play?" And he goes, "Well, I did the Russian battle cruiser," and this big cheer goes up, and he said, "Yeah, I said something like battle cruiser operational." People went nuts. So if you hear that, that's Metzen's voice.
But he's not the new voice for the Thor, is he?
I don't know. Maybe. I think he actually, on the jukebox that they play on the Hyperion. It's like a song that's playing. I think that's Metzen that's singing though.
All right. Okay. Interesting. How would you react if Blizzard kills Raynor off at the end of Legacy of the Void, the same way they killed Tassadar at the end of StarCraft 1?
Well, It's interesting. I've been asked that question, not exactly that way.
Yeah.
And in a sense, upon reflection, I wish I'd answered that question when I was first answered it this way.
Yeah.
In a sense, I've already been killed off because as an actor, I didn't have the part. It was over for me. It was, somebody else was going to be doing it. So I really had to kind of let it go. I had, it was over. And then it came back. So I feel to a great sense that I'm playing with house money at this point, to use a metaphor. Yeah. I'm in, this is all just bonus time for me. And, again, at some point in time, the story will end.
Yeah.
And when the story has been told, the story has been told. And at that point in time, you just accept that the story has been told and you were a part of that story and enjoy the fact that you had that experience. So I won't, will I miss it? Sure. I mean, it's a lot of fun. Yeah. It's great, but it's like anything. It's not going to last forever. And I don't know what the future is or what the final, I guess the ultimate fate of Raynor is going to be. Yeah. But we'll discover that. Yeah. And actually, as an actor, if and when or whatever happens to Raynor if he dies, one of the things we love as actors are death scenes. We love to play a death scene. Yeah. So I'll enjoy it. I'll have a great time doing it. It'll be incredibly emotional. It'll be incredibly honest.
20-minute cinematic.
Exactly. I'll just say, Chris, just keep it rolling. I'm just, yeah, just keep the tape rolling. Let's go with this. He's not going to die. And listen, also, it's a science fiction story. Yeah, yeah. So does anybody ever really die? Who knows? Yeah. I don't look too far ahead with that kind of stuff because it's too exciting and too much fun now. And Raynor's right in the middle of it. And also Raynor is he's a human. I mean, he can be hurt. He can die. He's not a superhero. He's not, made out of steel. So he's a vulnerable guy, and that's part of what makes him so interesting to play is that vulnerability. That's what you look for as an actor, is the vulnerability, the weaknesses, the places where, you can be hurt. Those are the places you try to hide and cover, but you need to expose that vulnerability to make him human. Yeah, yeah. So I'm enjoying the ride like everybody else. I don't know what's going to happen to this character. Yeah. And all I know is it's going to be damned interesting, and it'll be really fun and a great experience.
Yeah, and I think everyone is looking forward to it. Everyone watching this, listening to this, will agree with me that we can't wait to see what's going to happen.
You have some kind of like inside knowledge as to when this character is dying or something?
No.
Nobody's told me. God, wait a minute.
No, obviously not.
Maybe I'll just show up to conventions. I'll be, 95 years old going, Raiders roll!
And on that note, what is the oddest thing you've been asked to say in Jim's voice?
Well, I've gotten a lot of requests for people to, birthday wishes and things like that, answering machines, and I, to be honest with you, I really enjoy doing that for people. It's a lot of fun. Yeah. I take a little bit of time to kind of figure out what would be good. How would Raynor phrase this? It's, that's pretty much it. It's always kind of weird when it's like, you've reached the answering machine of, I'm off saving the galaxy right now. So, leave a message. Yeah. That's always a little bit bizarre.
Yeah. All right. I think that'll be it. Thank you very, very much for the interview. It's been so much fun. I can't even tell you how much fun it was. I will never ever look at a chewing gum packet the same way.
Not when Raynor's got it. He's not a chewing gum kind of guy.
Yeah. Are there any shout-outs or last words you would like to say?
Well, let me say this.
All right.
This is Jim Raynor from StarCraft, and I want to give a shout-out to my good buddy JoJo. Now, he may talk funny, but if there's one guy I want backing me up in a tight spot, it's him. And remember, you don't mess with a bourbon cowboy.
I'm just gonna let this sink in. Alright, this was the interview with Robert Clotworthy. Make sure to follow him on Facebook and Twitter. He's very, very active there. Just click on the video right now. There should be a link right now for Facebook and Twitter. You could also click on the link in the video description. So make sure to follow him. A big, big shout out to Robert Clotworthy for making this so much fun. And a big shout out to Gareth as well, my flatmate, who helped me sort out the questions for the interview. And of course Karentin for all her support. The next interview will be with Anaris, so stay tuned for that. And just because it is so good and so much fun, one more time.
This is Jim Raynor from StarCraft, and I want to give a shout out to my good buddy JoJo. Now, he may talk funny, but if there's one guy I want backing me up in a tight spot, it's him. And remember, you don't mess with a bourbon cowboy.